are on the lifeboat. What's happening? If you know flight, you know I'm flying on Delta. I am in Atlanta, and I have a bit of a layover in Atlanta. My layover is going to be 3 weeks. Honestly, this is the person that helped me book this travel. God bless her. She's no longer going to be helping me with travel arrangements. I think the time has come, the walrus said, to move on. But I had a layover in LAX that I was complaining about, and I had not looked at the fly back, my flight home. This layover is the worst layover in history. It's long and it was bumped, so it's even longer. I have a very, 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 very long layover. Good to see you all. Happy you're here. So let me tell you what happened. I'm coming down the gangway, and you heard before I went live, they said they needed 37 bags, right? Checked. I'm not checking my bag, right? Because it's the lifeboat. I got my laptop, I got my camera, I got my microphone, I got everything is in there, right? And as I'm coming up the gangway, and it's the longest one I've ever was on. It was honestly, it felt like it was twice as long as the normal gang, runway thing that you take out to the plane. So we're going down that gangway. I get to the very end of it, and the guy's like, "Your bag's not going on the plane. We're gonna have to check that to your final destination." And I said, No. I'm like, I'm not getting on the plane without the bag. And he goes, "Okay, that's a deal. Take your bag and leave." So I changed my mind and said, I guess I'll let you take the bag. Now I had a couple of watches in the bag because it was carry-on. So I took the watches out and I put them in my pocket, so that just in case, right? But I can't be carrying the laptop and all of the other equipment I can't be carrying through there, so I had to check it. But I forgot my damned charger. So I bought this in the airport. Now this right here, you buy separate from this. Right? Like they didn't see Tommy coming. This place has got a great big window in front because they saw your boy coming. I walked in and said, "I don't have a charger, and I need one for a S23 or whatever." What do you figure? What do you figure these two pieces of equipment cost me? On the most expensive, this has been the most expensive 4-day travel vacation in history. Not a vacation, but you know what I'm saying. 45 is a great bet. 45 is a great bet. It really is. Because this is $49. So you're close. This, however, is also $49. So the combo of the two is $100. How's that? $100 for the pair. Yeah, that's nice. Now, here's the good news. I know I'm all over the place, no gimbal. Here's the good news, people. I sat down and plugged this thing in, and I had, like, almost no battery. I was down to like 13% or whatever. And I got on the phone for probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes talking to friends, and I was at like 45%. This thing will charge a phone so fast, it has to be bad for the phone. I'm 100% convinced it has to be bad for the phone. Jennifer Burke, good to see you. Tumble Dry Low, that is insane, you're right. But on the bright side, love it, good to see you. Peekaboo. You know, there was a very great skier by the name of Peekaboo. It's a woman that skied. I met her through a friend of mine named Jason. I met her actually multiple times. Very, very nice person. Last name Street. But you don't, it's a name you don't see. You don't see often. Break from water blasting the house. Sounds fun, Scrummy. Michael J. says, "I'm going to set up a business in airports." Let me tell you something, man. I said to the first person I saw after I walked out of there, I said, "I am going to set up a business in an airport just selling chargers." Now, if I can find a space, I'm going to sell them at like a 10% markup, right? Instead of, because the crazy thing is, I went first to this black lady named Nicole, who was so sweet. I said to her, I don't know exactly which charger I need. She opened up 4 boxes, and it was an effort. And she's like, we don't have it. We don't. She's like, unfortunately, we we have everything but. She said, but if you go down, and she gave me directions to another store that has got nothing to do, right, with her. So there's no money coming in. Danny's mom, thank you so much. Looking good and green. So there was no option for, hey, I am in Atlanta. Rent out the charges. I have been in an airport that had them. I'm trying to remember where. It was overseas. But years ago, I was in an airport that had charging stations that cost nothing. You could just go up and it had and that's the way it is on the inside too. You go up and there is to charge your MP3 players inside. They'll have, it looks like 40, of the things coming out. You go plug your MP3 player. No one steals it because it's coded to you, right? And it won't work after. In order for it to work, every 6 days or whatever, 7 days, you have to plug it into your own computer. So it's not something that people walk off to very often. Delta stranded me in Atlanta. Don't say that. Don't say that. I want to tell you something. If this flight gets canceled, hey, Sweet Liberty, let me tell you something. If this flight gets canceled, I might take you up on that. I'm not spending the night in this airport. But as of right now, I have no reason to think it's going to be canceled. There is some snow in some parts of the country, but it should not be affecting anything that I'm doing. But I want to thank all of you for all of the support when I was down in Clearwater, man. When I got to shut the boat down, I got to shut down the lifeboat and go do things like the business that I was doing over the course of the last 4 days. It's a bummer to not be there for you guys at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. It is a bummer not to have my cat in a basket, right? It's a bummer not to be talking about things where I am directly trying to help people. No, I know that connection is the vast majority of what we do, but I'm comfortable if I'm talking to people about things that are in the wheelhouse, things that make me feel good. Sandy Wandy, good to see you. So I'm going to be very happy to be getting back to business. My friend Sarah from Boston, good to see you. Lavender Bridges with Touches. Congratulations, Chili. You know that there were birthdays today. People, I know that you'll be home soon. Well, I'll be home in about 6 hours. I'm going to be home in about 6 hours, give or take. Now, I mean, there's a time difference, but I'm going to end up pulling into my house, depending on how long it takes for the bag to actually get there. I'm probably looking at, if it takes 30 minutes to get me my bag, I'll be home at about 1 a.m. And I started this day at 5 a.m. on the East Coast, and I'm going to end it at 1 a.m. on the West Coast, which ought to make for a hell of a day. A hell of a day. The squirrel will be happy to see me, although my brother sent me a picture of her looking awfully trampy with her. Taekwondo, good to see you. Yeah, it was rough. I get a picture of what is effectively currently my wife with my brother. So I was a little bummed out. But seeing as she's furry and awfully cute, she's probably the single greatest cat in the world. I know all of you are going to argue that because you all have great cats, but squirrel is one in a million. CK. That's a super long day. CK, I don't know if I've ever said hello to you before, but nice to see you. Doc, good to see you. Yeah, she's cheating. She's that kind of cat. Hey, Charlie Murphy, good to see you. Charlie, I want you to know that while I was down in Clearwater, I had people asking me about you. I'm not kidding you. I had people asking me about a bunch of the mods, asking me what you guys are like in real life and this and that. I'm like, what makes you think I've met my mods in real life? You know what I mean? I'm just starting to go out and do this stuff. Thank you, Kelly. I will tell you this, people. I'm super enthused about the future. I know that there's some good stuff on the horizon. There really is. We're going to be doing a lot of really cool things, and some of it is going to be traveling. I want you guys to start thinking about it. If you would like to see the Tommy Scoville and Reese show come to your town, we are absolutely thinking about it. We met some really great people who do this. Like, this is what they do. This is what they set up, and they said, you know, I'm blown away every time I go anywhere at how many people show up, right? It's crazy how many people show up, and the reception that we get is always, it's humbling, right? It's almost embarrassing. It's humbling. But so we're going to be scheduling some stuff for this year for sure. I'd like to no one comes to Philadelphia, don't bet on that, right? That's, you guys happen to be, I mean, good hell, think about where you are, right? Kensington. No, Philly's on the list. Philly's on the list. Thank you. That is such a nice thing to say. I appreciate you. Detroit or Chicago, I'd be happy with. No joke, people. I intend to hit them all. I really do. I intend to hit them all. Portland or Seattle will work. You know what? Someone just told me they're going to Seattle. My brain is not working. Maybe it was somebody on the flight with me, but I was just talking to somebody who told me they were on their way to Seattle. But I've spent a lot of time there. It's rainy. Oh, Reese, you know what? That's exactly who it is. Reese is going to Chicago. Duh. But see, that's the cognitive stuff there, people. Yeah, it was Reese that told me that. And she said she's going, oh, you know what? SPTV Tattoo Warrior, I think, is going to be, someone else is going with her. No, Los Angeles is Skids Row is now worse than Kensington. Wow, I hope that that's not the truth. I would like to believe that there's no place worse than Kensington. It hurts me that it just continues to get worse and worse. It was very. I remember coming to Florida a lot when I was a drug addict and when I was in active addiction, and I came down here for drug reasons, and picked stuff up and did stuff, and this is well, I'm not there now, but going back to Florida sober is really it's an experience. I love going to places. It's like going for the first time. You know what I mean? It really is. And for those of you who are who are sober, for those of you who are giving stuff up, everything is a first, right? How many times have one of you come here and said, first birthday sober, and we all go, yeah. First Christmas sober, right? First birthday, first kid's birthday, first Father's Day, first Mother's Day. Let me tell you something. All of those things are so incredible. Truthfully. Did I watch The Wire? I have not seen The Wire. I've not seen The Wire. I'm sorry. I went to Kensington years ago to pick up dope. Years and years and years ago I went, and it wasn't like it is now, but it was always. I mean, it's been this is in the late 80s. It was a drug corridor in the late 80s. It was a place to go get. We used to go down there and buy it. Yayo, and lots of it.
Oh, okay. I saw Eric and Robin.
Yeah, it's amazing that stressful spots are not stressful. I find people, like, I don't do good in airports if things don't go well. And today was as bad as anything could go. It really, like, I had so many things that just didn't go well. And you know what? I got through it. I got through it well. I journaled my butt off. You know, I spent a lot of time journaling. But Antonio, good to see you. Tell Reese to make sure she has a pepper spray or a taser. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to try to get on. The last time that I spoke to Reese, I said to her that I had a layover. I said to her, if you go live, send me a link. I thought I had my computer. I know that there's a way to join her from. I know that there's a way to do it from my phone. I'm not sure exactly. Not sure exactly how to do it though. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, I hate. I don't mind the flying. I really don't. I don't like being in the E seat. I don't like being in the middle seat. I'm not. You saw me. Like you saw me standing up yesterday and walking around. I'm not a small guy, so I struggle to get into those small seats. It's nice to be able to look right in your eyes. Unfortunately, I don't see anything you guys say if I do, right? And I'm self-conscious because one of my eyes occasionally doesn't track right since the stroke. Ready? You guys will get a look at it and you'll see it. So if you look, one is not exactly where it's supposed to be. And a lot of you are going to go, I don't see it. I don't see it. If you're in person, you will. And I'm not hung up about it. I'm not. How many people did you speak to about addiction on the airplane? Only two. The one on each side of me. Always. The person on both sides of me is going to hear it. And this time was easy because when I got on the plane, I took the phone out and I started to do some stuff. And this person was just eye hustling my phone. And like out of nowhere went, oh, are you a YouTuber? Are you a content creator? I was like, what gave it away? The fact that you're reading my stuff. Mischief managed. I notice it way more in photos than I do in real life. It's it's not extreme. It really isn't. It's not extreme. It was when it first happened. It's just it doesn't track the same way, you know.
It's all right. 666, but we got Lisa drunk. It's all right.
What do you know? You guys hear?
Drunk crushing. I mean, I feel like that's a verb, and I feel like
it's I hope you guys. I don't know how close the mic is. Did you guys get? Yeah, you got that. Oh, Valerie Nagy, what a beautiful thing to say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, Bruce, good to see you, man.
Good evening to everyone traveling on Delta Flight 825 going to Las Vegas. Gate B5, this is the Dama Cielo. It is my pleasure to welcome you today on this flight.
Love her voice. You know what, people? I am going to go, and I'll tell you why. Because the area that I'm in is filling up massively, and I do not put people on film who do not want to be on film. I am super real about that. That's a thing for me. You know what I mean? I think that, and I'm not bummed out at anyone else that wants to do it. Right? You do what you do. I feel really weird doing it, so I don't. But I don't have a problem, and that. You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to film anybody that doesn't want to be filmed. You feel me? I just don't want to film anybody that doesn't want to be filmed. I had a great stay, Andrew. I really did. I had a great stay. Everybody was so fantastic. The business side of stuff went great. It really did. I got to meet great people. Sandy was great. George was fantastic. Of course, Reese was fun. Yeah, just a great group of people. Great group of people. And more than anything in the world, this this really was, every single person was like, why don't you guys just do this? Right? Like, why don't you go to cities? You have, obviously you have audience all over, right? You know, and there are people who would come out. So why don't you do it? And you know, I started to immediately complain, like public speaker style, like I don't want to get road rash, I don't want to be back on the road. And then they were like, this is going to be maybe one a month. Oh, I could do that. Like I could do one a month. Thank you so much. I will take that, Kristen. Yeah, on the filming of people, you know what I mean. I don't want to put people online who don't want to be online, and it's just, I don't know. It's a respect thing. I wouldn't want anybody to do it to me, you know. If you know, there are people that really like their
traveling from Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Whether you're headed out to your first deployment, traveling for some well-deserved rest and relaxation, or returning home.
Yeah, you know what we got? It's never fails. Never fails. Yeah, well, you know what, people? I've been reading a book, a pretty good one, actually, about Tom Wolfe, the author. And they quote his daughter in the book, and she said that when he was super popular in New York, he's a great author. He wrote Bonfire of the Vanities. He wrote, he wrote so many great books. But when he wrote Bonfire, like New York turned on him. Really, then people started saying a lot of really bad stuff about him, and they were asking about the daughter, and said, how did your dad, you know, deal with it? Because there was a lot of hate. And her father told her, hey, you know what? If nobody hates you, you're probably not doing anything, right? If you're doing anything in life, you probably created a couple of people who hate you. But if you're me, far less. There's 3 people I think that dislike me. The rest of the planet just thinks I'm the cat's pajamas. All right, people. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I just got a link sent to my phone. Oh, by the way, huge shout out one more time to Surviving the Survivor, right? Joel and the crew over at Surviving the Survivor. Of all of the content creators that I have met, this is a cat that has checked in with me constantly since my relapse video, and he's there daily. How you doing, man? Doing all right? Thinking about you, checking in with you, and not, hey, I need John. I'm trying to, you know, views, none of that stuff. This is a dude that just cares. If you have not subscribed to Surviving the Survivor, go over there and do it. Number 1, he's awesome. You know, you will thank me later, I promise you. But if there is a cat that, leave a comment afterwards, please, says Charlie. And Charlie has ever not missed one. Charlie leaves a comment. By the way, a lot of you, Charlie has got a lot of you leaving comments now. There's 70, 80, 90 comments. If you don't think that does stuff, people, now, half of you don't hit subscribe. Don't know why, but 51% of my audience won't hit subscribe. It's true. Every single week, half of my views, 51%, come from non-subscribers. I'm cool with that, because that means we're reaching more people, right? But some of you could hit subscribe. I mean, is it the Italian thing or what? You don't like me because I'm Italian? Is it because I'm so damn handsome? The goal had been 20K by Valentine's Day. I think that's going to be pretty tough. But if we were to hit 20K by the end of the month, I'll be over the moon. I really will. I will be over the moon. Davey says, I'm a member, but thank you so much, people. And you know what? Check to see if you're subscribed. There is so much bad as far as people getting bumped off of a lot of people are getting kicked off of a lot of people's channels. I do have one of you who says to me every day, I subscribe to your channel again. I appreciate the heck out of that. And for all of you who take the time to check, I'm Captain Tommy. I'm going to go get on this airplane. I will, well, I'm not, but I'm going to go get in position to get on this airplane. Like, subscribe, and share. You see, Charlie does that so I don't have to sound like a YouTuber. But you're a solid dude, Charlie. To all of my mods, and you know what? Here it is. I'm going to be a YouTuber. Do me a favor and hit the bell for notification. Hit subscribe, right? Hit that like button. The algorithm picks that up, sends us out a little bit farther. And there's a reason that we're up about, from this time last year, you know, we're up about, what, 5,000%? And that's because of you. Right? It's got nothing to do with me. I promise you, people. I've been doing the same gig, right? I've been doing the exact same gig for 3 years. What happened is that when the AA Run crowd came over here, we had a bit of a change in. We got a lot more people that came in, and the audience started to get slightly more female than male, which is a beautiful thing. It really is. They're just a much nicer audience. Wharton Thistle, good to see you, my friend. Zena, good to see you. Midnight Show, glad you're here. Ann, Hummingbird. Boy, oh boy, Ann, you better love me if you knew how long it took. Deeming 9, good to see you. Yeah, I really had to dig you out. Anik, busy as they get. Yeah, most of you have met me because of Xenu was the reason for the season. By the way, if you missed, that you will see. Last night, Clearwater George was filming, and a guy came up with his certificate of clear. Like he had just been declared clear by the church. It's a big deal. And Reese was super respectful to the guy and said, "Hey, congratulations," right? You know, big smile. She knew what a big deal that was, and he was super happy and gave her back a big smile. And the door opened, and they came out and were like, "You got it," you know, pulled him back in, and the look that he gave when he looked out, like with the most evil people in the world were all standing out there, you know, and the look almost of terror. I'm telling you, that was one of the most poignant moments I've ever seen filmed. I would be checking Clearwater George's channel for that, to see that come out. It is one of the most unbelievable things I have ever seen filmed. It really is. It's heavy stuff. I unfortunately was hitting on Tampa B Man on the other side of the street, but I did get a chance to see some of it. Wow, that is just too funny. God, I love you guys. I really do. Every last one of you. I love you. All right, people. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville. I am going to check to see if this was an invite I got. Because if it is, maybe this means someone else wants to live stream with me. If not, I got off this live stream for no reason. But I want to thank all of you for all of the support through everything. You guys have been, well, perfect. You really have, man. You've been nothing short of perfect. I was talking to some of the book people over the course of the weekend, and I was mentioning that the audience tends to be more female than male. And a person asked, you know, what do you attribute that to? You know, what's the deal with that or whatever? And it's not. I think what happened was having the opportunity to do shows with Reese, having the opportunity to do some interviews with some of the some of the Jane Doe stuff, and some of the stuff that instead of looking at me as a convict, right, which happens a lot, people kind of started to look at me through the eyes of the people that interviewed me, or people like Aaron and people like Reese and just a lot of people that rehabilitated my reputation, kind of. I mean, I've come out and said what I am, right? I've come out and said what I am. Boy, oh boy. And we are busy, aren't we? Good news, people. That is good news. I'm sorry. I know you guys are working like no tomorrow, but I love you. All right, I really am gone now. I got to do this and make sure that I'm not blowing anybody off. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, owner of the Lifeboat. I have had more of an honor, right? Being here with you people, this has been the highlight of my life. I'm telling you. It's not a day that goes by that I don't thank God for every one of you. That's the truth. This is what an incredible ride, you know? I will see you on the next one, people. I'm Captain Tommy, and yes, I will put up a post when I get home. Probably will not go live, but I will put something up so that everybody knows that I have made it safely, okay? Thank you so much, and to my mods, you guys rock, all right? See you soon. Bye-bye.